Did they have nuclear weapons in ancient Santorini, that is Thera, and which is a volcanic island, and Crete? Apollonius of Rhodes in the Argonauts writes, then the Harpies and Iris separated, and they went to their cave in the Crete of Minos, the Minoan Empire. Kudariva's comment says, today they interpret this as the Harpies being UFOs, went to Tsutsuros in Crete. This cave, for some reason, is very radiant. It radiates radioactivity. This is an undeniable fact, and now there are rumors that 4 UFOs, Harpies, were found there, which were sold to the Americans. They are rumors, and I may deal with Tsutsuro another time. Now, a few months, even Eric von Daniken went there, and US astronauts went there to see what was hidden in those Tsutsuros areas of Crete. And the writer says a few months ago, a discovery was made at the palace of Knossos in Crete that the archaeologists literally fell from the clouds. From their astonishment, this discovery was made in the palace storage rooms, which are located behind the throne room on the east side of the palace. Therefore, studying the storage areas, which were characterized by Sir Arthur Evans, the archaeologist who found the Knossos Palace, as warehouses 100 years ago, they studied the material that the cases on the floor were made of. And to their great surprise, they found that the material of the pots in the warehouses was made of lead. Lead and its derivatives are used today to protect against dangerous radiation, radioactive materials, etc. Lead was and is difficult to find in nature compared to copper, which was widely used in those years to make utensils with resistance to corrosion and storage use. So what would lead containers be used for storing materials if those materials were not radiating or radioactive? And just the thought of the Minoans knowing of radioactive materials and their properties about 4,000 years ago caused a storm of debate. New theories have come out about various topics which until a few years ago would have sounded crazy to most. For example, they claim that the Minoan civilization and Santorini were destroyed by nuclear bomb explosions. In particular, there is an opinion, which, as incredible as it may seem, there are facts that support this opinion, and the writer says, while I write them here, that Santorini, in addition to a port, also had a nuclear reactor that exploded either by accident or by sabotage. Could this nuclear explosion have caused the volcano to flare up? Well, of course it would. Santorini is a volcanic island, as we know. Bombs, however, probably also fell on Crete, and the destruction of the Minoan civilization occurred at that time. Nuclear weapons in Santorini, nuclear weapons in Crete. Sounds crazy, the writer says, I know, but take the trouble to read a little further down. Green vitrified rocks have been found in Santorini, which means an instant increase in temperature by 1,000+ degrees, and which is no way volcanic, as the temperature of hot volcanic magma does not reach such temperatures. Such vitrified rocks were found in the first nuclear tests that the Americans did in New Mexico in the desert sand. The high temperature developed during the explosion of the atomic bomb turned the silica of the sand into green glass. And coming now to Crete, where there are human traces that have been found on slabs in various parts of the southern island of Crete, on beaches, and all of which have a direction towards the sea. What does this mean? For some reason, the people who were on the southern coast ran to the sea to escape from something. The tracks they left in the sand before they could be washed away by the wave solidified as the wet sand solidified. Geologists and experts in these materials concluded that this petrification of sand can only come from a nuclear explosion because only this reaches such a high temperature. Since I don't have space, I close the issue quickly. He says the people of Crete knew they could be attacked with nuclear bombs, so they built the labyrinth as a shelter, calling the ancient engineer Daedalus the father of Icarus, calling Daedalus as he was the most expert, and disaster did follow. They came forward and built the labyrinth in Santorini, as in Crete. Glazed green rocks like the one in the photo have been found. This I've translated from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.